I bet you guys didn't think the video right after my retirement video was gonna be a boxing video. Complete curveball.
I'd rather do Murph 3 times.
Today, we are here to talk about all things boxing, how I'm preparing, why I'm taking it, what to expect in this video series, and just overall cover every topic that you guys have questions about. So, first of all, what can you expect? We're gonna be doing bi-weekly videos leading up to my undercard fight in September against Josh Bridges. These videos are gonna cover all my training here in the barn or in Kansas City, what we're working on, how we're approaching the fight, and just anything in particular you guys want us to talk about. So every other week, we'll be dropping these videos like this. The next thing we're gonna be talking about is why I actually took the fight. There's two kind of parts to that question, why I took the fight. The first one I wanna cover is why it was actually offered to me. Now, if you listen to Josh, Matt, and Savon's podcast, Josh actually covers it from his perspective, right? His perspective talks about the fact that him and Dave Castro went back and forth talking about boxing in a fun kind of light, friendly trash talking on Instagram. And finally, someone decided, hey, we should actually make this a fight. And then Josh talks about the fact that Dave essentially turned that down. Josh then offered it to a separate competitor who also turned it down. And then I was the third competitor. So from my perspective, how I entered into the arena per se, or the ring, was I was actually on vacation and got a call from Josh Bridges' team. And they were like, hey, we've got a really random question to ask you. They actually slid into my DMs and they said, hey, I got a really random question to ask you, a really cool opportunity. And I was like, okay, well, I'll jump on a call. You know, I've gotten some weirder direct messages that I've called people on. And so called Josh's manager and he was like, hey, out of the blue, like, would you consider boxing Josh Bridges? And at first I was like, that just sounds stupid, like a waste of time. And to clarify, at that time I knew that I was gonna announce my retirement in like a month. Like I had a lot of time on my hands for sure, but I had some time I was gonna be sinking in towards companies and other things, and it wasn't like I wanted to fill it with boxing. But the more I got to thinking about it, the more I realized that there's just so many cool opportunities there that could happen after it. And also, it's just something that's so, like I mentioned, so curveball, so out of left field that no one's gonna predict it, that it could be something that just could be a good skill to learn. And so, my why for really taking it kind of hinges upon the idea that you've seen in past videos I've done that I've really enjoyed going out of my comfort zone and trying things that I'm not good at, but learning a new skill, trying something new, meeting new people, and overall just enjoying the process of learning something new. Because I think when you look at CrossFit, the top of the pyramids is sport. It says, hey, let's leave these 4 walls, let's leave this gym, take your fitness outside and try something new. And that's what we're gonna put into practice. And that something new is boxing. Okay, a lot of you have been asking, who's Jacob's coach? Who's he working with? Who is this guy? Well, I introduced to you Michael Gavitt.
Hey, what's up, guys? I appreciate it, Jacob. Honestly, excited for this opportunity, ready to get Jacob ready to throw some hands. Again, my name is Michael Yabit, based out of Overland Park, Kansas, and I've got almost 18 years of boxing experience, and it goes all the way down to being a fighter, to being a trainer, coach, but more importantly, a champion as well, in and out of the ring. So I'm excited with the past 10 years. So 10 of those years I was with Title Boxing Club, and with that opportunity with Title Boxing Club, honestly, I was able to meet hundreds, almost thousands of trainers and coaches, and I was able to pass off knowledge, gain knowledge. So everything that I learned from that, I'm gonna try to pass off to you, and you get to pick from. So honestly, the goal of this is not to be like me. Like, you don't want to be like me. You can't be like me.
Like Mike.
You can't be like Mike. But to find your own identity. So with everything that I'm about to give you the next, what, 5 months? Yeah. Is it 5 months? 5 months. 5 months, he's going to find his own identity, and that's the best part of being a boxer, is finding who you are. And it might be it might be that slick, style. It might be, you might love to get hit in the face. I don't know. You might not. You might. I don't know. Rumor says you don't like to get hit in the face, but so yeah, it's going to be a cool opportunity to see and find out who you are. So I'm excited for this, man.
So Michael's going to discuss the 3 things
that
I got to work on.
Yeah, 3 things that I believe he has got to work on, and every athlete that's hopping into the sport of boxing needs to work on. Is the first thing is rhythm. So if you ever watch boxers, like, man, they have swag. They really do. Like, they have some sort of, there's this like rhythm to it. Like, when you box, you almost look like you're dancing. So, which Jacob cannot do. That was probably the first thing I remember him saying. I was like, boxers are good dancers are good boxers. And he's like, well, that sucks because I'm not a good dancer. I was like, we got some work to do. So yeah, rhythm is big. You're gonna find, like, when you're going into your footwork and everything like that, your defense, once you look at it, things like, it's like you say, it's almost like dancing almost. Sure. So rhythm and cadence is going to be big on fight day, on your training and everything like that. So rhythm, find your cadence, and then footwork. So second is footwork. Boxing footwork is better than any other sport. Like, I see other athletes coming to boxing to improve their footwork, and that's from tennis to basketball players to football players to CrossFit athletes. So I think the footwork game in boxing has to be on point. And boxers, you guys will agree with that. Coaches, you guys know what's happening. And then, so one of the drills that we were doing the other day was we had a little cross ball, and we were literally just bouncing the little cross ball, and you were trying to find like this rhythm to it. You're bouncing left, you're bouncing right, and you're just trying to keep up with the little cross ball. And another drill that we use with the lacrosse ball is you'll kind of hold it out, and then you'll drop the lacrosse ball and catch it, so you can learn to, like, whip your hands out, because you want to be ultimately relaxed when you're boxing. You don't want to be too tight. So first one was rhythm and cadence. Second one was footwork, and then the last one is mental toughness. So mental toughness, which every sport has.
We have our own
every sport has mental toughness. But bro, you're about to be in a fight. Like, yeah. You're about to fight someone, so it's not like, oh, you're gonna score points. You're like, you know what I mean? You're not trying to get the fastest time. Like, you're legit about to throw hands on someone, and you're about to get hit. Hopefully not as much, but that's it. Like, you got to be mentally tough when you're getting hit in the face, because yeah, you're not scoring touchdowns. Yes, there is a scoring system. Of course, there's a scoring system in boxing, but you're trying to knock this dude out. Like, I don't know who you're fighting, but you're trying to knock him out, bro. Perfect. So mental toughness is the last one. So, and we'll build that through sparring, through practice, and just doing this thing every single day. Perfect. Sweet, man. Let's go. Team Heppner.
I want to give some brief details on the fight, just in case you guys didn't know anything about it. Probably should have started with it, but we're going to end with it. The fight is scheduled for either the second to last weekend in September or the last weekend in September. I don't know why they haven't picked it just yet, but they're probably going to pick it this month in April. And then tickets will go on sale in June or July for pay-per-view and in person. I also don't know the venue, but I know it's going to be in Las Vegas. So, to close out the video completely, if you guys have something you're interested in seeing, something you're interested in hearing about, a drill you want to talk about, I know we're going to be doing these videos bi-weekly, and these videos are going to cover everything. My first sparring session, why are we doing the drills we're doing? We're going to go more in depth to, why Michael is doing certain things for coaching me, and just kind of bring you along on the journey, and that's the goal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Looking forward to it, and hopefully looking forward to, you know, me just knocking Josh out, you know. Watch out, Josh.